Hi, the case for today is Subramanian and others versus Union of India and others, 2013. A public interest litigation was filed before the Supreme Court of India by TSR Subramanian, a retired IS officer and former cabinet secretary, along with 82 other retired civil servants, including top IS, IPS, and Indian Foreign Services officers. The petitioners contended that the administrative structure of transfers, postings, promotions, disciplinary actions, and other personnel matters was arbitrary and non-transparent, especially in relation to civil servants at both the center and the states. They argued that frequent transfers and postings were being used for political or vested interests, disrupting policy continuity and undermining governance. The petitioners sought reforms to protect civil servants from undue political interference, safeguard their integrity, independence, professional autonomy, and ensure good governance. Demands included creation of civil services boards at center and state levels to recommend postings and transfers, fixed minimum tenure for civil servants in cadre positions to prevent frequent transfers, mandating that all instructions, especially from political bosses or other authorities, be recorded in writing, preventing reliance on informal or oral directions that could comprise administrative accountability. Issues. Issue number 1. How to protect civil servants from arbitrary transfers and undue influence by political authorities and prevent disruption of administrative functions. Issue number 2. Whether oral or informal directives given by politicians or higher officials to civil servants should be binding when they are not recorded in writing. Issue number 3. Whether reforms such as fixed tenure and an independent civil services board should be ordered to improve administrative stability, transparency, and good governance. Decision. The Supreme Court of India delivered a landmark judgment directing several reforms aimed at strengthening the independence and integrity of the civil services. 1. The court directed that the civil servants must be given a fixed and assured minimum tenure in their posts, suggested around 2 years. Frequent and whimsical transfers were held to be detrimental to good governance as they hinder policy continuity and effectiveness of administration. Number 2. Civil servants were not required to act on informal or oral directives from political bosses or other authorities unless such instructions were recorded in writing. This was intended to enhance transparency and accountability and protect officers from undue pressure or later allegations. 3. The Honorable Court recommended the constitution of civil services boards at the center and state levels to advise on postings, transfers, and related service matters. These boards would bring institutional objectivity to decisions normally subject to political discretion. 4. The Supreme Court of India directed that the center, state governments, and union territories should implement these directives within 3 months, like fixing tenures and setting up the advisory boards, etc. Now, coming to the significance and impact. This judgment is considered a major administrative law reform because it curbs political interference in day-to-day functioning of civil servants, strengthens rule of law and good governance principles. It has influenced amendments to cadre rules and the institutionalization of civil services boards in some states and at the union level. Thank you.